lovely ones. I hope you're feeling great, and I'm going to use these cards for the 2-card spread, and I will pull some other cards and also get an impulse to show you how actually I haven't burned incense almost at all since I moved here 2 months ago. Very little since the cat is around, but now it's daytime. It can be like 20 plus Celsius on the balcony, so yeah, soon, and the snow is gone and that, so soon I can start to be there. Most of the day it's -degrees and it's only in the sun though. But here's the first card, the wishing card, the wish card, 9 of Cups, and this is we are very satisfied. This is for the female side, and yeah, talks about very much about that, but also I will just read the first and ramble around later. Native Americans had no explanation for the phenomenon of menstruation, so they incorporated it into everyday life with trickster myths and legends. These not only explain the why of menstrual periods, but also spelled out proper behavior for young women. Puberty ceremonies began in the days or weeks following menarche. I don't know what that word is, strange. During this special and dangerous time, the girl's future depended on the performance of certain duties and rituals. Customs varied from tribe to tribe, but one or more of the following basic elements were usually included. The pubescent girl was isolated, she was schooled in the ways of womanhood, and there was a joyful celebration of the maiden's change of status from girl to woman. I guess then it means when she menstruated. This last was a private family affair or a public rite celebrated by the entire village. The wish card shows a maid kneeling on a robe, wearing a traditional ceremonial puberty dress. Cattle pollen, a holy substance, is showered as a blessing on the celebrant by a well-wisher. Well-wisher, how sweet. I want to be one of those well-wishers. 3 trees are tied together in symbolic protection over the participants. This was and is a celebration and a wish and hope for a long and happy life. Sympathetic magic is used to ward off famine and evil spirits from the young girl and the entire tribe. The 9 of vessels represent the wish and the fulfillment of that wish for the future well-being of all. It is the awakening of new emotions and a new outlook on life and means success. So this is a great card for us, although we may not be in exactly that situation. And also there is a link between the Wiccan practices that I was taught in a bit and this, because at least in many covens they also practice these ceremonies for a girl in that age and so on. Yeah, and I will put a link to my Aboriginal Cultures in Alberta reading, 4.5 hours long, if you don't get tired of me. Very interesting book though, and beautiful and terrifying, you could say as well, things that have been going on in some cases. But yeah, and I see that I've done 2 playlists of those, because the first day I didn't see it getting public, so I thought no one could see it maybe, and then now I just keep them both up there. And also I want to say that Sandy, you also, I recalled suddenly that you had a few videos up. It was a long time since I checked your channel last, but I have done. But I will put a link to your channel below, and I'm not sure how many of you want me to spread your channel, but I guess if you publicly have videos up, you won't mind. So, since I didn't, when I added some other channels below, so yeah. So if people want to check your channel out too. Yeah, this is wonderful, and now I can ramble a bit until the next card come up. Yesterday I slept almost all day, and I was up like a few hours before I went to bed at night then. Some hour maybe, and I was tired all the time, and still I'm tired, although I slept all night as well. So now I think people say you can't, or I've heard that you can't get back sleep you have lost, sort of, but or if you miss sleep you can't like take it back afterwards, but I don't know. However, for whatever reason, but I've been extremely tired, so exhaustedly tired. So it was really good that I fell asleep like I don't know what time it was, but I slept almost all day. So tired. And now, since this is also about feeling better and starting a new life and all that, I guess I'm over the worst part of this abstinence or withdrawal symptoms thing. So this is a new life for us. It's every day a new life for us all. So yeah, wonderful card from the feminine side of the divine. And I guess if I use this deck, since this is about natives in America, I think I will also add the playlist below if someone wants to check that out. And yeah, never mind my nails. I put on 3 layers today before they dried, even because it wasn't good. I just go on, and I don't take it away. So here's the next 2 of Pipes, the Trapper, and this is a card that I am a little bit addicted to documentaries, which is a good addiction that I have. But I have become last year, I guess, or something. I can totally go into. I mean, like some people can lose themselves in books or whatever, but I can totally forget everything else. And when I look at something like that, but then I watched the 4 parts about some Russian trapper and like spring, summer, fall and winter. I just saw it some day ago, so interesting. I have forgotten that there was a card in any of my decks that was called the Trapper then. So I'll read. For uncounted centuries, the Cree have hunted, trapped and fished throughout the subarctic forest lands of northern Quebec. Oh, this is about Canada then. They are the largest tribe of Native Americans north of the Rio Grande, or how you say, that still depend directly on wild animals for survival. Traveling over snow in snowshoes, they fish with nets, hunt moose, trap beaver and shoot geese to this day. Really? They believe that all animals allow themselves to be killed out of respect for the people. The Cree and all other Native Americans as well consider it obligatory to show respect by making full use of each animal slain, by not letting the creatures suffer in the slaying, and by following ancient rituals in the disposal of remains. Each day the trap lines are patrolled on snowshoes. New traps are set or reset if they are sprung and empty. Total time spent in the bush or on the hunt depends on the luck and the skill of the individual. At day's end, the weary trapper trudges home across the frozen landscape, carrying his catch. He is victorious but also tired. The essence of the trapper is realized in the concept of beginnings, new trails to blaze. This is like the first card we got. New lessons to learn and new directions. One must have the courage to stand alone and also the power and energy to help others as needed. The key concepts here are strength and compassion. Wonderful 2 of Wands. This would be in a traditional tarot deck, and I love this way of viewing this, interpreting this card. Wonderful. And also the trapper, the Russian trapper there, also said he had cows before, or cattle, and he said he couldn't manage to, when he have fed them for several years, he couldn't manage to, sorry for the outside noise, they're picking up trashes or whatever they're doing, hopefully they go away soon. He couldn't manage to slaughter them, so he felt that it was more honest as a trapper when he hunted. The animals were scared of him. I mean, it was about who was more outmatched the other, like in cleverness more or less, but he felt like it was treason to have farming animals and then, you know, be their friend and then kill them. I don't know, but also there was a long time ago I read a book, let's see, what was it called? The Wind is My Mother, I think. And there was also something about that, about thanking for that blessing when you eat something meat or something. Just, I think they did a circle over it and like, yeah, was thanking for the sacrifice that animal did. And after that I did so also, after I read that. When I did eat such things, usually I don't do that anymore, but sometimes I eat fish. But mainly vegan food, or vegetarian at least. I don't, okay, when I don't eat well, then I maybe also eat milk products. Also, oh, how I speak strangely now. But usually I don't have it at home, even those kinds of things. But if I'm out with some people or so, or at a restaurant where nothing else is served, or it's in the dish, some milk products or such, I would eat that. But yeah. But when it comes to animals, I don't know. But I respect these traditions. I do. I feel they are very close to home as well. Sometimes I want to hunt myself, actually. Strange. Yeah. Not for the killing part of it, just because I want to, if I should eat things, I want to be part of, I don't know, how can I say, feels more natural, sort of. And also you know what it is, where it comes from, and how the whole thing is done, and as they said, also without pain. And also maybe, actually now I just ramble away totally, but I think I would love to shoot, not to shoot at something, but the shooting itself. I think I would, that's not the purpose of this card at all, so I would just leave that. But anyways, yeah, there's a new beginning, new trails, and it's new. We are newborn here, actually, so I don't know what's going on in your lives. And I also thought about saying that if any of you, please listen, no, please listen, but if any of you want to, feel free to please mention how you feel today, or since I do these videos now every day, I would love to not be the only one. It feels very like one-sided, but don't feel forced to say anything. I love any kind of comments you could give. And a cap, thank you for still being around. I thought now I offended everyone maybe, and they have left the scene. I'm used to that. Yeah, so, but yeah, if you want to mention how your day is, anything, how you feel, anything, I love to read it, so please comment if you have anything on your mind at all. I just like to connect, and since I ramble around a whole lot, maybe you have something on your mind as well. Yeah. It doesn't have even to be related to this, what I see or say here, but it seemed like we all have, there is something new here, and also the courage to stand alone. Yeah, it said here. Yeah. One must have the courage to stand alone, and also the power and energy to help others as needed. The key concepts here are strength and compassion. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful cards for today. And now, if you don't have the energy to keep on listening to me for a long, long time, thank you so much for checking in. I will keep on for the 4 elemental cards for the air, fire, water, and earth. And I will use some oracle cards for that, which is also pretty strange, since they are not really connected to any element like that. Every tarot card is somewhat connected to that. At least the suits are about the elements. So, but still, I felt drawn to these cards, the Saints and Angels again. And I cut the deck instead of pulling cards, because it just seems I don't have a lot of space, and I'm also too lazy to move to somewhere else. So I just sit here doing the videos now. I'm sorry. Yeah. And also my nail polish, since I had 3 layers that didn't really dry, so it attached onto the table there. I'm just, that's my, so typically me. Somehow. Okay. So, but everything will turn around for the better. Now let's see, here is for the air or intellect, we could say as well, and it's a look deeper. So let's see what it says here about that. I think it's about not really rely on our intellectual thoughts too much, but to have, there is a deeper truth than we can grasp with our intellect, maybe, at this place here. But I will read what it says here as well. A guardian angel, this is for us. You need to look beyond the surface of this situation, as there is important information that you're not currently aware of or haven't admitted to yourself. Your guardian angel will bring this to your attention. However, it requires you to be open-minded. Yeah, not to stuck and set in our minds like that. The angels aren't necessarily negating the situation that you are asking about. Instead, they are asking you to look deeper. This may involve sitting in stillness and listening to your inner truth, or it could mean consulting an expert who can teach you more about the topic. The investment of time and energy that it takes to do this research is well worth the rewards that you'll reap. The angels will ensure you that you don't miss out on any windows of opportunity while you conduct this exploration. Pay attention to the signs and intuitive clues that will guide you. Yeah. Signs and intuitive clues, not only logic. Yeah. So, yeah. Look deeper. And also she touches the water here. Also, our emotions aren't all that stupid. They know a whole lot. So if we listen also, we can listen deeper than those, but they are also messengers. We can listen to get guided. Yeah. So this is a message we need to think about. It's easy to draw quick conclusions, or to the mind works that way, thoughts, and also this black and white, but that's only in logic, really. It works like that. So here's the next for the fire, blessings. Let's see. Blessings of abundance. We had abundance also some day ago, but it was not this deck or this card, I think, but this is for the fire, so I will just read. is another guardian angel, and these are a lot of fruits and good things to it. Thinking about my eating habits and such. Anyways, your prayers have been heard and answered. Your daily bread and other needs are being provided for now and in the future. Great, since I'm a pretty poor person like that. Feels good to know. At least I have to eat. Give your fears and worries to God and the angels, and have faith that they are taking care of you and your loved ones. Let go of worrying about how your needs will be met, because God's infinite creative wisdom, which is the expression, as I said the other day as well in yoga, the word for God, in the Kundalini yoga at least, we call it the infinite creative wisdom. It's kind of the way to express God. We don't use the name God often. But here it says, God's infinite creative wisdom will take care of the details. Be open to receiving gifts and help from people, and this is one way in which, this is one way in which the divine answers your prayers. God has infinite supply, and like any loving parent wants the best for you. Have faith, dear one. Blessings of abundance are supplied to you in all ways. You deserve to receive heaven's help because you are God's holy child. Heaven loves you very much and knows that you have material needs. Trust that these needs will be met. Follow your inner divine guidance to take action when necessary, and God will do the rest. This is also boosting our energy, because fire and wands, and the element of fire is very much about energy, I think. So, things that will boost our energy, not bring it down. Yeah. And then we have the card for water, steady progress. Oh, great. Yeah. And I'm sorry for the always background noise. Some people luckily find that relaxing, but I really don't. I like when it's quiet, when I listen to others mostly, but except if it would be Whispering Canadian. It doesn't matter if it is super windy or anything around. I still relax to that voice. But here I have the fridge, and then it's very close to the stairs, so you can hear them, and the other ones living in the building, or when I sit where I did with the cards, then you hear the cars outside, and they're building a house, and many things. So wherever I am, there will always be loud sounds, really, in this house or in this apartment. Okay. You've been making steady progress, and it's important for you to recognize that this progress, not perfection, is what's important. Oh, that also feels like a relief. Oh, because sometimes when you try to make things good, it feels like you never reach it. And to just progress is not perfection is what's important. This is a message for you to appreciate how much you've already achieved and how many people you've helped along the way. Keep your focus away from any lapses that you think you've made. Guilt and regrets never helped anyone, so let them go today, for you as well. You've also asked to forgive. It means little flower, this. I can't say the word, the Therese of little flower. Anyway, beautiful. You've also asked to forgive yourself. You are also asked to forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done. Saint Therese didn't live a life of spiritual perfection. She often fell asleep or was distracted during her prayers, for example. Yet she insisted that it's the little way of steady progression that connects us with God and heaven. She wrote, "Learn and grow from your challenges, but don't let them stop you from your devotion or spiritual path." Saint Therese was born in Lisieux, I don't know how to say, France in 1873, and became a Carmelite nun along with two of her sisters. Therese began having mystical experiences, which she wrote about only because her mother superior ordered her to do so, in an autobiography called The Story of a Soul. I would love to read that. Many miraculous cures of ailments such as ulcers, tuberculosis, and arthritis are attributed to Saint Therese's intercession. Upon her deathbed, she promised to send roses as a sign of her presence and devotion, so she is often referred to as Little Flower. So, if we see a rose today, maybe she say hello. Here is for the earth, and this is Mother Teresa, activist. Now think about that again, this circumcision topic. I won't mention more about that now today, but it got me really shaken these past days. Activist Saint Mother Teresa, and she have often appeared to me, during the years, not like every week or so, but frequently, with some messages, or she showed herself in visions to me. And I've never really sought her, connected with her myself. It feels like she came to me many times. So, I will just read. You're guided to champion a cause such as a social issue, a charitable group, or a person in distress. Like Saint Mother Teresa, you can single-handedly make a positive difference in the world. She'll act as your guide in this matter if you'll ask for her help. Notice which issues arouse your passion or anger, and make a commitment to serve in some capacity to heal those situations. Your soul wants to express itself and to make your opinions known. Use your expertise and life experience, such as business skills, writing abilities, or speaking talent, to help along your chosen cause. Donate time or money to related charities and agencies. You'll feel energized by your activism. Yeah, I think so, just being a part. But I have enough in my personal own things. I'm sorry because it's a shoe here. It makes a bit of a sound with it. Anyways, Saint Mother Teresa lived as an example of how much good work one individual could do. She was born in 1910 in Albania under the birth name Agnes Gonksa Bujaksiu. Oh gosh, what a strange name she had. Gonksha with Gonxha. Wow. She became a nun at age 18 and took the name Teresa out of respect for Saint Teresa of... Oh, the other one there we read about right now. Out of respect for Saint Teresa of Lisieux, or however you would say that. I have not a clue. I've never heard this before. Actually, I didn't know about the previous Teresa I read about there. I've never pulled that card even. When she was 36 years old, Teresa received a divine calling to serve God amongst the poorest of the poor. Within 2 years, she began a ministry for the impoverished people of Calcutta, India. She and her sister nuns cared for the starving and dying citizens. Today, more than 500 missions and centers worldwide carry on the legacy of her words. Faith in action is love, and love in action is service. By transforming that faith into living acts of love, we put ourselves into contact with God Himself, with Jesus our Lord. There are a few things that I have picked up strongest, I guess, from her. Just her conviction. When I was very young, when I was like, 16 or something, I wanted to just live for something like that. I just wanted to ban everything else and have nothing, and I don't know. But anyways, I didn't, because also other people around that I spoke to thought I was nuts thinking that way. They just convinced me that, no, like, live a normal life, sort of. Anyways, when she said that the thing you can do for others is to... there was some interview I think I saw when she said something like this, that make the person at your side or the person who's around you, make them not feel lonely, or something like that. make them feel like they're not alone. I thought that was so beautiful. We don't have to go on a huge mission and do the things she did. What we need to do is to where we are at in our families, in our those as far as we can stretch ourselves, sort of, or as we feel. But just that is a huge act, and in all that love it brings. Also, I will show you some incense, burning incense here, because Jessica asked me before, Natty McFreak, if I use incense, but now since I got a cat, I don't, and usually I haven't done in videos anyways, so I will. But the other thing also I like from the nuns that come after, I mean, obviously all the work they do is amazing, but they have this expression. I think it's common also with Buddhist monks, or the cat is pretty curious here, but it's not good to be around the fire. Pray and work, because first pray. They don't run around like nuts and like get more and more upset. They go into peace first with themselves, find stability in peace, and if you would say they call it and pray, but that's what they do. But I mean, yeah, they connect in a calm way. And then they go out doing their work, and I think that's very important, because, and often missed. Oh, they do. I broke it there, but in this, the shackle there was in this world, we often. We just run around like crazy and get more and more upset by everything that goes on that we want to change, and we feel also. I think, I don't know how others feel, but I think it's common to feel that like this kind of stress, and because there are so many overwhelming things that goes on that needs to be changed, and that you shouldn't allow yourself to. I mean, that the solution would be to just push things further, and if you relax and then step back for a bit and come to that peace, then you're kind of abandoning the cause, sort of. But to be an activist in that way, to have, I don't know, to have that source to come out from. It didn't. Here also is some sage that I sometimes burn, that bundle itself, and that I've waved around here also since I moved in. Here I have some incense that I bought. We can do it yourself, obviously. It involves myrrh, sage, lavender, St. John's wort, I think it's called, and chamomile, and some other things. I don't know how to say them in English, but yeah. And there are some, what is it called now? You know, this is for healing purposes, so I thought it would be a good thing. Raisins in it, so yeah, stuff. Looks like pearls almost. Usually I wait until it gets white charcoal before I put it on there, but I thought I would. I got this impulse when I saw the other day. I put the table there on the balcony. It's too cold yet to sit out on the balcony, but and then now when I saw that, I thought I can show you and put this out there, so the fire alarm don't go off here or such. Yeah, so, and it burns just these little pieces of that I took there in the hand. It brings quite a lot of smoke, and usually I also have a feather or something as a fan for this, but yeah, I'll just put it out here so you can see the smoke. You just see it mostly the table. This was not planned, so I'm sorry for the quality of the video. Also, how typical me. I could have actually had the cards maybe left there or something, so we could have seen them. But yeah. So, and I probably will put up 2 videos. Let me know if you what you think about that too, because there are always quite loud sounds going on, and so I will have to do a silent version, or more silent when I just have the mic. But I wonder if that's the only one I should put up, because maybe there is no one really who cares about hearing the shuffling of cards and such. So it seemed like overdoing it, maybe, to upload both versions. I don't know. So yeah, and also I like to look into the smoke, and as I do in the clouds and the sky and such, and into fire. And you can do this with everything, water, the earth as well. I usually, or not usually, but I also use the silver, what are they called? But you know what you can use when you serve someone breakfast or something? I don't know what they're called in English. There's a silver one I used to sometimes have put some earth soil onto it, and also scry into the soil. Yeah, but you can do that in anything. It's just for fun if you want to. You can also get information and talk to the spirits of the nature. So I like to sit and watch fire, especially, I think, but also in smoke, things you can see. But it's quite windy here, so it moves away quickly. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how if I have used stick incense sometimes in videos, because just for the it's simpler and also, or easier, you say, but also I don't like to use so much of this kind of charcoal and such indoors, because I did for some years in the place I lived at, and you didn't see it really, but I think about what it does to the lungs then, because you didn't see it really like in the apartment like that. But when I moved out, and the closet doors, oh my, it really had attached some to them. And that was when I was really engaged in Wicca and stuff. I mean, for hours every day I was practicing, so for several years, and that meant that, yeah, I don't know if that was so smart, but I had a balcony then too, so I used that a lot. Okay, I don't know why I'm talking about that, but yeah, this was not a good angle at all. So boring to look at my table there. Yeah, what can I say? The video making skills could need some improvement. Although actually I find it a bit fun when I listen to, or check others' videos when they're very... no, I like those who are super well done as well, of course. It's just that, yeah, sometimes I feel more connected when they are random and, yeah, I don't know, not so perfectly done, as it said there about progress, not perfection. Oh, it make me really... my shoulders just dropped, instead of being up to the ears. Yeah. So you don't see the smoke so much anymore, but it's still going on there. So if you use it indoors, then, especially when I don't know how well the cat is really in her lungs after what she went through, I don't want to expose her to that. But it's a wonderful scent, wonderful scent. So I'm glad I was reminded to do this, because then I got this. It shifts your... I don't know if that is related to... I always do that. Oh yeah, it's strange. To when I practice these things, or if I would feel that anyways, but I feel that really shifts your whole mood and the way you think, and you go into different... yeah, you change. Incense really do things with you. So I'm standing indoors just to keep it more quiet, because all the cars and stuff outside, but that's also seems a bit strange maybe. Oh my. But anyways, you can at least see the small hills there in our town. It's larger ones in the other direction, but I don't have a window in that. If you would say, if I would look backwards, there are larger ones. But yeah, can't show you those from here. And also this day, actually, I think this is the first day I start to feel a little bit less. Well, it must have been sleep as well, because I was super. I don't know how can I even explain how I felt, but I felt really strange. And then I realized that the house next door, or if I look just across this, out of the window there, then it's the sober, those who work with are activists, if you say, for sobriety and such. It's interesting. When I'm just I try to pick up those raisins, and that's so stupid. I didn't burn myself, but that's also typical me. I just get an impulse, and there is some piece of chocolate there that was that fell off. So I'm going to try to get that burning again. Yeah, I wish you could feel the scent, but if you have the opportunity to buy some incense that look like this is Mystery Line, it's called. I guess that can be Holy Smokes. Oh, I think I sent a video to someone. Yeah, Holy Smoke. Anyways, yeah, myrrh, sage, lavender, St. John's Wort, chamomile, etc. Yeah. So if you find some incense that have these kinds of things in, it would be somewhat the same scent, I guess. So, and I wanted to push those raisins that are left there closer to it, so they would also burn. Yeah, so not much to say about this, really. I'll just end, and thank you so much for being around. Love you back, sweet, sweet, wonderful you, and thank you for hanging in there. I appreciate you so much, and yeah, I will try to make a shorter video tomorrow on my other channel then, probably. And also I wondered about if I should also do a Swedish version, but maybe I'm too ambitious now. I don't know. Damn, the smoke still goes on, and I try to shake around with the camera or something. Oh my. Let me know how you are doing. I constantly tell you what's up with me, so yeah, if you want to. If not, that's okay also. I just love you being there with me, so. And I hope you have a great day, and yeah, we are going to make new tracks now, and there's a new life that is beginning for us all. So, yeah. I don't know how to end this, just, yeah, we'll end it the usual way then. Much, much love.